Hey, y'all. What's today? Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome into the building. I'm glad that you're here. It's Trending Topics Thursday, and we got stuff to talk about. Listen, if you see the mods out there on the platform, say hey to them, okay? Thank you, mods, for being there. I truly appreciate y'all. But listen, we got stuff to talk about. It's Thursday, and the title is real short and simple. It's called Scary. Scary. So Gayle King faces her fears. She going to space on the Jeff Bezos spaceship. She's going with Jeff fiance and a few other ladies. It's going to be a ladies flight into space. But Gayle King was on her morning show she seemed petrified, scared. And I'm saying to myself, girl, if you don't want to go, don't go. Don't let nobody talk you into this. She was scared, petrified. She don't even really like flying. Ain't nobody gonna talk me into something I don't want to do. And no, I don't need to go to space to just to say, oh, I went to space and now I'm back and how it was. No, I'll go to one of them things where it simulates space. And you got me flying up and I come back down and boom, that's it, I'm done. No, I do not need to go to space. And Gayle seemed like she really don't want to go. And Gayle, I know you busy and you ain't listening to the Diva show, but maybe one of your friend of a friend of another friend of another friend of another friend listens and they can get the message back to you. If you don't feel good about going, listen to your gut, listen to your instincts, and don't go. She's petrified. Talking about Oprah told her to face her fears and go. But Oprah's not getting on a spaceship. Oprah's staying on the ground. Nah, Oprah, you can have my spot. I'm not going. Don't spaceship that Jeff Bezos and whoever put together. No, if I do go to space, it's going to be with the people who normally send ships or whatever up into space. Not going on. No, I'm not interested. But I'm also not no daredevil. I don't go on vacation and need to stand on the edge of the mountain so y'all can get a picture so I can post it on some no. I'm good. No, Diva, climb up these rocks and we're going to get your picture. No. Let the monkey sit on your... No. Go stand by the lion and tigers and bears. No. I'm good. I'll snap the picture. Going to space? For what? To say I was there? That there's the moon and the stars are really up there? Heck no. Ain't there this man and this woman, they stuck in space to this day? They stuck. I would die stuck in space for months or years. No, I'm good. No. And I'm telling you, Gayle seemed petrified. Come on, Patricia, always go with your instinct. She's scared, but because I feel like they pressuring her. I feel like it's adult peer pressure. But it wouldn't be me. But we're going to talk about it. Then we got this New York man shocking sentence. He married a girl. She already had a son. I appreciate you, Claire, or whoever said they like my shirt. Thank you. It's a dress. Love is Mimi. Thank you. It's a dress. Thank you. So he married the girl. She already had a son. He's playing around or whatever he does. He puts the son in a chokehold. The son no longer here. And he was already out on probation. It's crazy. In the sentence he gets for unaliving the son, the stepson, it was like a smack on the wrist. You know, I'm not trying to tell people to say stay single. I promise you I'm not. But once you have children, you have to be extremely careful who you get with after you had the children and you and that child's father have broken up, and who you put in that child's face. Very sad. A boy is gone because the stepfather unalived him. I get, listen, and y'all, I tell you all the time, I cannot do nobody's jail, but if you take the life of my son, well, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. But I know she got other kids that she needed to be free for, but that's crazy. So we're going to talk about it. Then the next couple, they was just boyfriend and girlfriend. Don't let your boyfriend move in your place with you and your kids. I'm sorry. God bless the child that has his own. You can visit me when my kids are with their father. I'll meet you in the streets. But you're not moving in here with me and my kids. That's a no-no. It's a hard no for me. Come in the front door and you slip out the back door before they get home. She moved the boyfriend in. They break up eventually. And see, here's the other thing. You know, everybody with these cell phones be losing their natural mind. No, you will not get a nude picture of me. Never. No, I will not be FaceTiming you. I don't even have iPhone, so I can't FaceTiming you while I'm in the shower. It's a no. Because then you snapping pictures. You snapping pictures. He had pictures of her in the nude. When they broke up, and she had a 6-year-old, she had 3 kids. When they broke up, the phone starts to pinging. Her kids' phones starts to pinging. And her son came to her and said, Mom, I'm getting some new pictures. She like, what? As she's looking at her son's phone to see the pictures, the other little girl phone is pinging and ringing too. This man sent her nudes to her kids. And when she saw it and saw it was her, she said, you a low down dirty dog. He got arrested, but he was smiling ear to ear in the mugshot. And that's the man you had in the home around your kids. If you single and you miss vetting somebody out, that's on you, right? But if you got kids and you don't vet these people out right, that's what you get. And he was dead wrong. I don't know how many times I got to say to people, stop texting so much and don't send nobody no nude, nothing of you. Matter of fact, don't even send them your picture with you on the beach in your bathing suit. If you happen to post it in your social media and they steal it, then that's that. Don't send no pictures showing none of your skin. People are dirty. They're disgusting. Yeah, he's petty. But the sad part is it was sent to her children. Very scary. Dirty, grimy slug. And then got the nerve to be smiling all up in the mugshot. Y'all know what I need in the chat because I'm about to bring the people on in the building. I need the what in that chat? I need a choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. It is Thursday night trending topics, and we got stuff to talk about. And the title is called Scary. We got Gayle King faces her fears. We got the New York man got a slap on her hand, and he took somebody's life. And we got Mugshot Madness, where this particular guy, he had the nerve to be smiling ear to ear after he exposed nudes of his ex-girlfriend to her children. You dirty, grimy, you know what, everybody. Let me bring the people in the building. Hey, Leo. Hey, my opinion.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, Julius. Hey, Savannah. Hey,
Hey,
Wendy. Hey,
y'all, hit
Katrina.
the like button.
Hit the like button. Choo choo. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do Gayle King first, okay? Because Gayle King is scared, and I don't know why she's doing this. It wouldn't be me, though. Hold on one second.
According to Wikipedia,
hold on one second, guys, because why is my thing talking? Hold on.
Author and broadcast journalist.
I had to shut up my darn thing. It's giving me messages there. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm back. So Gayle King, I'm going to space with Katie and Lauren. Okay, but look at her on her show in the morning. She was nervous.
I have to tell you, I'm so afraid.
Stop, Gayle.
I am. I'm so afraid, but I'm also so excited about it. When they asked me, and they asked me around Thanksgiving, I was like, no. Then I started thinking about it. I met with favorite daughter Kirby, favorite son Will, Oprah. That's my kitchen cabinet. They will all be there that day with their spouses. And I just thought, what a unique opportunity. And then yesterday, I met the crew. We're now the crew. We're all on a text chain together. And their stories are so amazing. When Aisha was told, your dreams are too big. Somebody else was told, women don't go in. We'll introduce you later, but one mom said her son, when he was a little boy, and she said she was going to space, his kids at school said, you're a liar because moms don't go to space. And now she's going. Somebody else is a sexual assault survivor. Katy Perry she's a different kind of dude. She comes from a totally different planet. It's been her lifelong dream. Lauren Sanchez, we all know, she flies helicopter pilots. She's a philanthropist. She's an author. We know, of course, that she's engaged to Jeff Bezos. So all these people, this has been their dream. This was never my dream.
No. Yes, but Gayle,
it was never my dream. And somebody said, well, maybe you need to have new dreams, Gayle. I had a big birthday, as you guys know. You were both there. And I thought I wanted to open myself up to new adventures and step out of my comfort zone. And once Kirby and Will were fine with it, and Oprah was fine with it, I was surprised because I thought Oprah would say, no, but she said, no. She said, I think if you don't do it, when they all come back and you have the opportunity to do it, you will be kicking yourself. And she's right. She's right. These women are so badass. I met, I knew Katie, I knew Lauren, and I met the other crew yesterday. They have such amazing life. There they are. They have such amazing life stories, all that they've accomplished.
And so
but I was the only one. But I was the only one on the call yesterday that said, "Is anybody scared? Anybody?"
So who says women can't break the glass ceiling? Gayle King. I'm sorry, guys.
I love
Gayle King smashing through and heading straight to the stars because she's joining a bunch of trailblazing women making their way into space. Gayle just announced she's part of the historic all-woman crew for Blue Origin's next flight to the edge of space, set to launch this spring. Oh, God bless y'all. Gayle explained she initially turned it down, but she admits that if the crew nailed the mission and she wasn't there, she'd be kicking herself. Now she's going to be along for the ride. Oh, God bless Gayle. I would have took a hard pass on that, but that's me.
How do you
Gayle also gave a shout out to the powerhouse women she's going to be joining on the mission. Pop star Katy Perry, business mogul Lauren Sanchez, and that's Jeff Bezos' fiance. NASA rocket scientist Aisha Bowe, civil rights activist Amanda New, I don't want to mess up her last name, and film producer Carrie Ann Flynn. Wait, let me see. Let's just listen.
We have to ask you, are you really going to space?
I'm really going.
No way.
I am surprising. Tell Harvey I'm surprising my damn self.
Okay, so what's the preparation like?
I'm a very nervous flyer. I'm waiting to get all my instructions, but I'm scared, but I'm also really very excited about it. I checked with my kitchen cabinet, favorite daughter Kirby, favorite son Will, and Oprah.
Get out of here. So I have a question. How healthy do you have to be? What's the process like? What's the prep like?
Well, look at me.
So you look fantastic. You look fantastic, okay? You look fantastic.
But they want civilians to go. They want civilians to go. So they would want you to be in good health. And knock on wood, so far so good.
So how long have you been up there? How long have you been in conversation for this?
Since before Thanksgiving.
Wait, so last. So when do you take flight?
I don't know that yet. I just know in the spring.
This spring?
I just know that I will be where they tell me to be when they tell me to do it.
2025?
Pray for me.
We
Cheer me on because I'm very scared but very excited.
That's about the 10th time she said she's scared. Oh, listen, I know you got to face your fears, but geez. All right. So Gail also gave a shout out, and I read that. Okay. That's Lauren Sanchez, Jeff Bezos' fiance, and she's going. Lauren also shared the big news on her IG, saying she hopes it'll spark big dreams and inspire people to reach for the stars. Well, I could reach for the stars without actually going to look at and see the stars by going into space. But hey, I'm not mad at these ladies.
I am so excited. I don't know if you've heard, but they just announced our Blue Origin space flight. If someone would have told me that I would be able to go to space one day, I would have definitely, I don't know, laughed. I can't believe it's happening. My dad used to teach people how to fly, and I used to hang around the hangar. And I thought dreaming of becoming a pilot was a huge deal. And this is even bigger. The incredible women that are going on this flight are extraordinary in all of their fields, but more importantly, they're incredible storytellers. So what I'm hoping for is this flight is not just transformative for them, but also for all of the people that they tell their story to. Hopefully it sparks that imagination to dream big and reach for the stars.
Dream big and reach for the stars, okay? This will mark Blue Origin's 11th human flight for the New Shepard program. So far, 52 people, including Lauren's fiance, Jeff Bezos, who owns Blue Origin, have traveled 62 miles above Earth to Kármán line, the boundary that separates our atmosphere from space. All right, Gail, I'm going to be praying for you. Leo, your thoughts?
Well, you know what? Good for her wanting to reach the stars and challenge herself and to conquer her fears. But they ain't gonna ask me because they already know I ain't doing that. But I mean, to each their own. That's her. She's already scared. I don't know what they're gonna do with her when the time comes for her to load up the ship. Because as of right now, her mouth says she going. But girl. To me, it says a lot of times to me that you have done everything and so many things to now you want to try space. I mean, hats off to her, wigs off to her, all things off to her. If she can get that done, good for her. But don't ask me because I ain't going. And ain't enough. You're gonna miss the opportunity and you're gonna hate yourself when everyone gets back. Man, bump that. Please. Anyway, good for her.
Yeah, you like me, Leo. I'm good. When y'all come back, I'm gonna say I'm more power to y'all. In my opinion, your thoughts?
Listen here, with all the planes having problems getting off the ground, I definitely ain't finna get in the spaceship. More power to them. All I can think of is if you that scared now that you keep saying it, and she was saying it over and over. I'm so scared. I'm scared she gonna give herself a heart attack before she even take off. More power to you. Everybody want to do this stuff and go out in space and stuff. Space ain't bothering me, and I ain't gonna bother you.
That part. Katrina, your thoughts?
To each his own. But if God wanted me to see the stars up close, I've been a star up there already. I'm not gonna go up there. These folks do not learn their lessons. And like in my opinion, said, look what these airplanes is doing. And these, what his name? Elon sent a space rocket up there the last, about 2 weeks ago or a month ago. It blew up before it got up there. I'm not gonna get in nobody's space shuttle, especially them two. And then they sending the richest one with them. Jeff Bezos sending his fiance. I hope they got their life insurance. I'm not putting only on anybody, but I hope they got their life insurance in order. And didn't they learn about trying to explore stuff like that crazy man that went down there trying to see the Titanic and became a member of the Titanic? These people are nuts. I'm not gonna get in nothing that I can't drive myself. that I can't hop my tail off of. And that's okay. Let Gail go ahead and do it. Uh, I hope Oprah got you insured and you got your son all set up. But I'm not putting no no death trap on them. But no, ma'am. And then that other plant, I think a plant blew up in Pennsylvania where they make the rocket locks. No, ma'am. Good luck, Gail. I hope you make it back. That's all I got, Diva.
Thank you, Wayne.
Yeah, I think she's gonna go through with it. You know, especially with that training. So she gonna go through with it. But it is no way in the world. First of all, I ain't no trailblazer. I ain't got to be the first one. So the mere fact of with that Titan thing, and there was no way out. You know, being that afraid, I think I would have already just caused everything to go crazy. So, I mean, I think she's gonna go along with it, but there's no way in the world. It have to be like maybe 1,000 trips, you know, before I could get on something like that. I love the future. I love the idea of flying cars, all that stuff, you know, but it has to be tested time and time and time again before I put my life on it.
You and me both. Julius, your thoughts?
I wouldn't be doing that. With my severe way of heights, forget about it.
Thank you, Julius. Mel, your thoughts? Mel, are you there? Okay.
I'm here. I had a little technical difficulty. I was like, oh Lord. You know what? Yeah, I think that, listen, for me personally, Diva, I'm still, I keep bringing up the election, but I'm not doing anything in good PR for the tech bros. I'm not doing nothing for them I'm just not. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's in the ocean and space. And plus, we have, they keep talking about this asteroid coming from, in 2032 or whatever. There are things trying to fly from space to Earth. So why the heck would I want to fly up into space? I'm not doing that. And I'm not doing it with any affiliation with anybody that was at the inauguration. I'm not connected with them on any level. I'm not giving you no good PR. When I look at the women and all the women, nice ladies and all that, but it's very, when they come back, they can now go into different spaces and talk in a positive way about one of the tech bros. And because I believe they're going to come back. I believe everybody, I'm praying everybody have a safe travel. But this is a really, really smart PR stunt for one of the tech bros, in my opinion. You get these beautiful ladies who are in different spaces of social media or different entertainment stuff, and they come back and report how beautiful this experience was to go to space and in this good PR. You got Gayle King. I was looking at the other ladies there too. I don't know any of their other careers or political affiliations, but it seems like a really wonderful, diverse group of ladies going up there. So it seemed like a total PR stuff for me. And I would not want to support anything to do with the tech bros, in my opinion.
Thank you. Thank you, Mel. Savannah, your thoughts?
I agree with Mel. This is a political stunt. There's no way. I don't care what the amount of money or publicity or even to check it off my bucket list, would I trust anything that Bezos is going to put up in the air. Now, these rockets that he shoots up, the farthest that they go is to this to the sound barrier. They don't necessarily go into the space atmosphere like a real NASA rocket. He Bezos did team up with some um, government corporations like Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman to launch a rocket into space, into actual space base, but that's at least 10 or 15 years, and that contract was awarded like 2 years ago. So these ladies, which I'm glad that he did put his girlfriend on there because If he didn't put Lauren on there, I was going to side on him to sacrifice her tail and put her up there. But the ladies are only going to go up about 300 feet right to the sound barrier and then come back. These rockets, there is no data necessarily where the public can go and look. These tourists, because he does do some tourist trips where people pay millions of dollars to go up into the atmosphere and come down. But they don't get full astronaut training like real NASA um, astronauts do. So this is all publicity stunt for Jeff Bezos and his company. I think it's called Blue Moon
Blue
Orbit or something like.
Blue
Is
Origin.
it Blue Origin? Okay. And
Mhm.
so this is just, and now that he is getting additional government contracts because he's part of the tech bros, the tech five that are up here in DC. And HQ2 is headquarters in Alexandria, right outside of DC. Bezos is always in these same circles as Elon Musk, although he does not like 47 or Musk, but it's a opportunity for him to get his space program off the ground. And all he wants to do is send tourists up into gravity, not necessarily land on a planet and save astronauts. So, and you are correct, there's still two astronauts out there that they have been unable to bring home. They're talking about hopefully the Russians, because they're supposed to be launching next, will be able to bring them home. But this is all the publicity stuff. I don't. Gail out of her mind. Send Stedman. Why Stedman's not up there? Send Stedman. But
Ooh,
no,
he
I
said
would,
she's scared. God bless her. I wouldn't.
yes,
I don't care if we touch
absolutely not.
nothing. I'm good. Felicia, your
Yes.
thoughts?
Hey everybody, I'm gonna go a whole different way here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Peer pressure is a bitch. I'll
Yes.
tell you that. You gonna tell me because your friends told you, you gonna regret it. Sounds like when you're in high school. If you don't go with that guy and let him do what he gonna do, you're gonna regret it. If you don't go ahead and meet up with your friends after school and try to get that stuff, you're gonna regret it. Now, Gayle been here 7 decades, but she's still not enough.
Oh my gosh.
Still not enough. No, she's not. And then you're gonna sound like a child. I'm scared. Scared of what? You don't know how to tell people no? Yes, I wanted some new adventures, but this wasn't exactly it. This is sad.
Ain't
to
it
me,
though?
it's sad. It's like, you 7 decades and you still don't know what's best for you? I've been to Disney a couple of times and I refuse to get on that thing that has no gravity. That thing that I know all the signs say if you got what's that vertigo, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, you're not sure what your heart gonna do. And you see all these people getting on it. But there's the sign that's telling you, you might be the one that don't do so good. Now, I like the position of the panel, but for God's sake, what if something go wrong up there? Do they got a medical team on board? The woman who was interviewing her says, well, aren't you supposed to be in tip-top shape? Aren't you supposed to be in the best of your health? And here we are again. She turns around and says, and look at me. Girl, I can't see your heart. I don't know how your blood is pumping. Once you go upside down, you might get a little dizzy. You might pass out. Who giving you CPR, Lauren? When I was growing up, my grandmother, who I love, I still love her so much. She used to say to me, there's no fool like an old fool.
Oh my gosh.
Give it to Gayle. I'm done.
Woo! Well, then there's that. Peer pressure. And she fell into it. I wouldn't care what nobody said. No, thank you. I'm not going with. She every time they put a mic on her face, she said she was scared.
Come on now. Listen.
Girl. Let's go ahead and roll into this.
Hey, just but one more thing.
Oh shoot. Go ahead.
Oprah don't have children, and she don't have grandchildren.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, Mel. Yeah, I had to go there. Okay. I would say, you know what, Oprah, you done lost all that weight, girl. You take your skinny A up there, okay? And when you get back, like we've shared everything else, you can tell me all about it. But I'm going to try to stay on the ground here for my grandchildren. Okay? Because that's the newest adventures in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Not this peer pressure. No, no, I won't.
Mm.
I'm done. Mm-hmm.
When you see that full CBS, when she talked about it in the morning, she was about to cry. And she said, I'm scared. And her co-workers was trying to calm her down and tell her, no, it's going to be all good.
Right. Now, Diva, listen, you know what? I had this before you go to the next story. You know what? You and Felicia got my brain percolating because now I don't want to go to this path, but our beloved sister Joy had an issue this week, with, he has this very big, prominent, beautiful Black woman had issue on her network. So I'm wondering the timing too. Like here we got, as Miss Felicia saying, this Gayle, who's, a mature lady, beautiful lady. Mm-hmm. Did she feel pressured by CBS, do some backroom thing to say, you know what, this is going to be the best. This is going to give us great ratings for you to get up there and report. And because, that's what I'm thinking now that I'm talking to you. I'm like, wait a minute, you know what? Listen, she should have said no. If you're an older person, I didn't know all these health conditions that you got to be in like Olympic shape to be up there. Then yeah, you know what? This will be the week for me to say, listen, after these past couple of months, I'm just going to say no. It was great. I signed up a little bit, but it's a no for me. I believe all Black women at this point, these people are come out the woodwork and ask our sisters to do the craziest things. And in 2025, Diva, what everybody should be saying is no. No, thank you, and don't give no explanations. That's just a plain no. Period. I don't got to give no more. I'm going to keep my job, but I'm not going to go jump through no hoops and be going to space for some tech bro. Come on, Miss Felicia and Miss Diva. No.
Yeah, it's a no. It's a no. Yeah, you said it. Woo, child. Let's roll into this next story. Where this man, he got a slap on the wrist for unaliving someone. Let me see here. Make sure I pull up the right thing. So a New York City stepdad who strangled stepson gets a slap on the wrist as teen mom rips taunting ex as a child unaliver. The grieving mom of Brock's teen, who was strangled by his stepdad, accused the killer of taunting her by posing for photos at the boy's grave, as the creep was given a wrist slap for the horrific slaying on Wednesday. Tyrese Mentor, 30, was given the light penalty of 2 to 4 years behind bars after he copped to criminally negligent homicide last month for killing Cordell Scott, 15, when he wrapped his legs and arms around the boy, cutting off his oxygen inside their Westchester Square apartment during an argument on January 23rd, 2023. You are the reason I had to bury my child, which no mother should have to do. Cordell's grieving mother, Karen Glenn, charged. Moreover, that my husband, who I should be able to trust with our children, caused the death and mental trauma of my children. Glenn said the most outrageous part of Mentor's actions after young Cordell's death was him having the gall to ask to stay together with her and taunting her with photos of him and his children at Cordell's gravesite in a bid to show how much remorse he had. I miss my son so much. You said to me you don't care what people think about you, only what I think, and I think you're a child killer. Glenn told Judge Aubrey Stone through tears earlier in the hearing that she disagreed with the plea, offer Mentor was given by the Bronx District Attorney's Office and asked for the most severe punishment, even though prosecutors already agreed to the term under the deal they struck with Mentor. Glenn said her innocent son, who had only just turned 15 a month prior, loved Mentor and looked up to him, but you took his life. What you did to Cordell was inhumane. And to do this with me on the phone and your daughter present is nothing less than barbaric, Glenn said, as roughly 24 of Cordell's family members sat crying in the courtroom gallery. The heartbroken mother said the maximum sentence is what is deserved for justice for my son Cordell, Cordy, because you sentenced us to a lifetime of grief. This is a young man that lost his life. That's the mom with a picture of her son. Glenn's sister and Cordy's aunt, Brittany, raged at Mentor for causing so much agony in their family and for robbing her of nephew of his life. May you reap what you sow, Brittany said. May you have as much sleepless nights that you caused me and my family. Even the prosecutor, Alexandria, teared up during the proceedings. While this is negotiated fully, I appreciate that the family is suffering a great loss that can't be cured by the sentence in the case. Malenti said, I do, however, want to thank them because they've always been present here since the case began. Mentor, wearing an orange jumpsuit, declined to make a statement and stared stone-faced at the wall in front of him as Scott's family delivered their heart-rending remarks. At the end of the hearing, he turned to a handful of his supporters and said, "Love you." His lawyer, Alex, spoke on his behalf before the punishment was handed down, saying, "I cannot express how sorry and how remorseful Mr. Mentor is." The defense lawyer said his client wishes he could change what happened. The only thing he can do to go forward is to take responsibility, face consequences for that, Moran said, and adding he hopes that he will help in the grieving process. The judge told Mentor she hopes he takes true responsibility for what he did. There is no place that should be safer to a person than their home. And in this case, not just Cordell's mother, your daughter Bella, they all experience a deep distrust that will continue with them for the insecurity, instability, and violence that was experienced in their home, Stone said. He faces a separate sentencing on March 11th for violating parole in another case when he killed I'm sorry, I'm pronouncing his name wrong. That sentence will be served after he completes the first prison term. Outside court afterward, Glenn said she was very disappointed with the plea bargain Mentor was given. Even though we're disappointed in the plea deal offered today, we're happy that our child's killer was sentenced and my son got some justice, the mom said. That's her. This on the end right here is his dad. Cordy's dad, Terrell Scott, added that the whole family is hurt. Since Cordell's been gone, there's been a change in my life that's not going away, the father said. We got some justice, but it's not the right justice that's needed. We can only appreciate that and thank God for him, Mentor being behind bars right now. The stepdad, who served 3 years in prison for a prior assault conviction, was infamously released from jail after the alleged murder, despite the fact that he'd been out on parole when he committed the heinous act. The moves by the judge to free Mentor garnered outrage and prompted Governor Kathy Hochul to intervene to have state officials rearrest him for violating parole. Samaj was Samaj was regulated to civil cases after the controversial decision in Mentor's case. Prosecutors say Mentor wrapped his legs and arms around the boy, cutting off his oxygen as the two were scuffing in an apartment where he lived with Cordell's mom and little sister. Mentor's lawyer claimed early in the case that his client was actually trying to help the teenager who was in the middle of an unaliving episode, and he had been trying to get a knife away from the boy. Leo, your thoughts?
Yes, this is tragic. But this is just tragic. But I'm gonna start at the beginning, and it
Mm-hmm.
started with her. This
Mm.
man. So, am I clear now in the article that you read that he was already on parole for
Yeah.
manslaughter?
No, it didn't say the charge. It didn't say the
Oh,
charge.
he didn't say the charge,
Yeah.
but he
Mm.
was already out on parole.
Uh-huh.
Does
Mm-hmm.
it say how long she been with this man?
I don't know, but I'm feeling where you're going with this.
So, it's just I'm sure there was something going on within that household that she know better than had this man around her children.
Mm.
Oh my God. You got to vet these men before you send them around your children. And I bet not hear that she only been with him for a year or two or 2 or 3 years. So that means he was already committing other crimes, huh? And you ain't put him out then?
Mm.
Girl, we got to do better. We got to do better now. We got to do better. Because that started with her. The justice system is no justice most of the time. So I am not shocked at all because he pleaded out. And most of the time, pleas are way more severe than that. I done seen dope dealers get more time than that on a plea.
Mm.
So I don't really understand that. It makes me think for whatever he getting violated for on parole must gonna give him some more years. Is what I'm thinking. I'm hoping so, because he don't need to be out on the street at
No.
all.
Mm. Very sad. Thank you, Leo. In my opinion, your thoughts?
So condolences to the biological father because the mama she picked him. And not only did she pick him, she brought this man into her home and then vet him. And not only did she not vet him, she brought somebody that was just out of the prison system into her home or be around her kids, which is sad in itself. Um, I want to know what kind of crack drugs that the DA was on to give him a deal of 2 to 4 years.
Mm.
That is BS. I feel like it's a severe miscarriage of justice here in this case. He definitely should have got more than that. And as much as I don't like to wish bad on nobody, I want somebody in that prison to put him in a headlock and wrap their legs and arms around his neck and
Mm.
cut off his air supply. The fact that you said in that statement that he went to his grave site to taunt her tells me that man meant no good from the beginning. And she saw some red flags somewhere. This was not this man's first time putting his hands on her kids. And she stayed with him. I want some charges on her too. You just as guilty.
Mm.
I'm so tired of these no good parents getting up here trying to tell us they sad sob story and want us to feel sorry for. I need them to charge her too. Okay? And I don't want her to get 2 to 4 years, just like I ain't want him to get 2 to 4 years. But I'm praying somebody up there in that prison system love their kids enough to have seen this story and they put the justice on him that he needs.
Katrina, your thoughts?
Diva, didn't they say that the young man had a blade in his hand, and he was trying to get him to stop with the blade or something?
That's what he claims. That's what he claims.
So that's what I was saying. The reason why I was asking that, that's why they probably gave him the sentence that they gave him to let him plead out like that, because he was trying to stop him from using it on somebody. The lie that he told, we don't know. But that's why I'm thinking that's why they gave him that plea. And you are who you lay down with. because you're not laying down with this person and not knowing who this person is. You know what that person's tendencies are, but we don't know how long she been messing with this guy. Was she messing with him before he went to jail? And when he got out, he came back to her house. This is a sad situation. You got to be that desperate to want a man that's on parole in your house, because if he's on parole in her house, no Blade's supposed to even be in that house. It's different types of Blades that you can't even be around if you're on parole, alcohol, or another felon. So he violated his parole on all kinds of levels. And condolence to the family, and I hope she can find some peace. Um, I'm not saying he did it on purpose. Maybe he went to the grave site to let her know that he cared. I don't know the situation, what happened, regardless of the fact that a young child is gone. And for what? I don't see the reason why he's gone. This is crazy. I hope you do some more investigating on this story, because the pieces and stuff is not adding up. But that's all I got.
Wayne, your thoughts?
No comment, Diva.
All right. Julius, your thoughts?
My condolences on the loss of this young man. Him going to the grave site to taunt, sending her a picture of him at the grave site with with her other children, to taunt her, to belittle her, and the child loved him. The person who that child loved took him out. Unalived, excuse me, let me correct myself, especially as a mod. Unalived. There's a special. No, I can't say nothing more, Diva. I don't have the words.
Thank you. Mel, your thoughts?
Yeah, this is. I mean, I didn't hear the story, so this is a lot. I was very moved by it. You know what? I think for me that based on the article and what the man said, whether it was a lie or not, what I get from it is that this young person who's gone, and I'm still emotional to it. This young person who's gone, he fell through the cracks. Because if we believe that man, basically the killer, we believe that what his story is, that he was trying to stop this young person from hurting himself, then this person was very, very depressed. But if he was lying, then obviously that young person didn't feel safe in his own home. There was something where he wasn't able to communicate with his mom or to this guy who took him out. So I just feel like he fell through the cracks on both sides. And that's devastating. And I think and also the way that the ruling came in, I wish that maybe they would have done a little more investigating and would have not rushed to make this judgment so fast, because it does seem very light. And I feel like that's a big statement about how, unfortunately, the African-American boys are not really, and just people in the community, not really, the value is not really there when some of us pass away. They don't really go deep. They don't really, do the work they need to do to really investigate. Like we saying tonight, there's so many questions there. So I understand how this was such a case that was that concluded like this. I just feel sorry for him. Obviously he was in a world of hurt, and he fell through the cracks, and now he's gone. I pray that he's resting and just a happy place, because it sounds like he had a very hard life. And I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional again, but I think that's what I have to say about this. It's just terrible.
Yeah. Thank you. Mel, I understand. Savannah, your thoughts?
Well, February has been the month of bad mothers. We've had so many stories of women failing to protect their children. And, there is a lot of accountability that this woman needs to do, because the first thing we should be doing as women and as mothers is vetting who we bring upon our children and into our homes, because we can't bring these monsters into their lives and then act surprised when something bad happens. So I'm of the belief that she knew there was some other incidents that have occurred, but she ignored them. She, just to keep a man by their side, and she would probably just blame everybody else and prefer to have a useless partner next to her instead of actually really facing the the torment that her children were going to. So I agree with something, they should investigate it more, and if there's charges to be had on the mother, then because this man was already convicted of assault and was on parole, and you had to know his past. You just have to know your man's past. And then you bring him around your babies. I don't know if did she have a female child?
They have a female child together.
They have.
She had the boy and she had the daughter with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope she's in a loving home and not with the mother. Honestly, this has been a horrific month for children that are unprotected.
Thank you. Felicia, your thoughts?
Okay, so somebody asked a question. They said, Diva, please read my question. I don't know what happened to it.
Oh.
It says here, Diva, please read my question. Oh, did the con say the boy was trying to attack him with the blade and then he put him in the hole? No, he said that that cord was attempting to take his own life and he went to intervene. And I say bullshit. I say the mother left them in the house alone with that crazy stepdad, because that was her husband, folks.
Yeah.
That was her husband. Let's be clear. She married him. And they probably been together for let's say 5 or 6 years or so, based on the numbers of the little daughter and his son. So as the son is growing into adulthood, he's probably had enough from this stepfather. Now, this is all speculation on my part. He may have been assaulting him. He may have been threatening him. He goes to get the blade and he gonna do something to him. And he decides, no, I'm going to do this to you. And he takes his life. And he's on the phone, according to the article. He's talking to his wife when he's taking the life of her son. Okay? Because it was a long article, but I went back in to reread it. Okay? She's on the phone. He has her son, because this was not his son, her son in this wrestling hold as he's taking the life from him. Yes. And then she says, how could you do this to our family? I agree with opinion 1,000%. And I agree with Savannah. This mother should be charged. This mother needs to be held accountable for her bad choices. All children, whether they're yours or not, are to be loved and protected. This Minter guy, Leo asked, well, where was he before? He had previously assaulted people, Leo. He was let out on parole for having been convicted of previous assaults of some kind. And when he was picked up for the loss of life here, the judge went to release him again. And that's when Governor Hochul and the people in the community said, no, he needs to stay locked up. Okay. Meanwhile, the wife, the one with the picture, she was all for him being back out on the street. Okay. So you put things in perspective. She's not unusual. She's not an anomaly. There are thousands of women tonight who have these kinds of situations going on, marrying these convicted felons, these men who are locked up. You put some money on their books. There you are. You're becoming the wife. It's all good because she's somebody's wife. And they take your child's life. And now you're saying, well, that's not enough justice. So what are you seeking justice for? For a bad marriage or the loss of your son? For a bad decision or the abuse of your children? I'm not clear here. So I think, and I agree with opinion in Savannah, that she needs to be brought in and held for something. Child neglect, abuse, leaving your children in the company of a convicted felon who we all know, without really knowing, he had done this before. And this child, I believe, felt he had only himself to protect himself, and went and got that blade to protect himself. No. I'm done.
Appreciate you. Oh, it's a lot. All right. I'm going to roll into the last story. This is a lot. So the last story, is the Don in the building? Oh.
Yes, the Don in the building. He said the ladies need to stop worrying about the peen in the household.
Stop dropping kibble and get mad when you bring home a stray dog. Had to say that again. Well, the Don, nice to see you. Happy New Year. Yikes. Let's bring in this last story. Hold on one second, everybody. So here go another woman. Man accused of sending ex-girlfriend's news to her young kids and grins in the mugshot. That's him. When confronted on a recorded call by his ex, who purportedly told him what he did was low as F, the suspect allegedly responded simply, that was low as F what you did. A Florida man appeared to be beaming as he grinned from ear to ear in his mugshot following his arrest on allegations he sent explicit photos and video of his ex-girlfriend to her children. Lafayette Lee, 38, was arrested in Broward County on Tuesday on one charge of transmitting information harmful to minors and 2 counts of sexual cyber harassment per ABC affiliate news. According to the probability cause affidavit, Lee and the victim had been involved in a relationship for approximately 3.5 years before it came to an end in December 20th. 3 days later, after Lee had collected some of his items from her home, per the police report revealed by Law and Crime, the woman's son told her after she got out of the shower that he had received some nude images. Upon looking at the pictures, the woman realized that they were of her, and the pictures were ones she had sent privately to her then boyfriend. The documents reported a daughter reporting she also received them, just as another daughter's phone started going off. A 6-year-old girl who was playing on that phone, the family told police, but they grabbed it away from her before she could see what was sent. All told, the children received 5 photos and 1 video of the victim, including of her performing X acts on herself. The victim told people that Lee was the only one who had received the messages, according to the documents, and showed them that previous messages she received from him had come from the same phone number that sent the images and videos to her children. As a result, investigators detailed setting up a recorded line for the victim to confront Lee on. On that call, the victim allegedly told Lee, that was low as F, how you send all those new videos in S to my kids. Police wrote in their report that he responded, that was low as F what you did. He did not offer further explanation. As of Wednesday afternoon, Lee was still being held in Broward County Jail on a $40,000 bond per Law and Crime. Stop sending these videos. Leo, your thoughts?
Man, stop dealing with these fools. Oh, goodness gracious. And she was with this one for 3.5 years around girls. I cannot with these women. They will take anything up off the streets. Oh my God. Sending naked pictures to fools. And you know this thing. You knew this man was a fool. And he in your house living off of you. I can't. I can't. It just, I don't. If we, as a collective, women all together, start raising your standards, men will understand that they need to respect us and treat us better. The reason why they don't treat us right, because y'all put up with all this crap. I cannot. It's too much, Diva. 2 stories in a row. I'm up. I just
I'm sorry.
yes, we hard on the ladies tonight. We hard on the ladies tonight.
Protect the kids. Protect the kids. No stray dogs. In my opinion, your thoughts?
I need these women to stop dumpster diving, okay? Because
Ooh.
she dug this one straight out the dumpster. First of all, let me tell you something. You don't send anything of yourself to anybody, okay? If they can't see it in person, they don't need to see it. Because you don't never know when Mad Day gonna come around and what they gonna do on Mad Day. Cause you dug in the dumpster to get this trash. This trash then dug in your dumpster and sent it to your kids. And for that, you are trash. Because you brought this trash into your kid's life. First of all, this man shouldn't have had her kid's phone number. I don't care how long they was together. Why would he need the kids' phone numbers? On so many levels, I am questioning this mom on so many levels. Why would he need the kids' phone numbers? Y'all not married. Y'all were dating for 3.5 years. And if he was living with you, he ain't got no money himself, okay? He can't even take care of himself. He probably was staying with his mama at the time. And you thought you got you a prize. Quit digging in the dumpster thinking you finna get gold when all you gonna get is some nasty, stanky trash. I need people to have a little bit more self-respect and quit bringing these people around y'all kids. When is it okay to bring this trash around y'all kids? If you don't love yourself enough, love your kids enough, because they are going to be the next generation and they deserve to be loved, protected, and rejoiced over, okay? Please quit bringing these people around y'all kids. It is getting ridiculous.
Thank you. In my opinion, Felicia, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, PSA, no phones, no cameras, no face, no case. You're welcome. Stop sending these photos. Julius, your thoughts?
I've been starting to say this. Can we stop entertaining these low quality men? Like, hello? What happened to having standards? What happened to fill it out? The how does it say it? The getting to know. If you want a king, let him know that you're a queen and you won't expect anything less. Because look at me. I'm a king. I want another king. However, I will not entertain a low quality one. Because things like this happen when you entertain low quality people. Because all they bring is disarray and drama. And especially when you have kids, who needs that foolery? Can we also make this a thing in 2025? Stop entertaining low quality men and go by their character, how they move, how they conduct themselves, how they treat their families. Can we go back to the get in the know phase? That's what we need to do.
Thank you, Julius. Savannah, your thoughts?
You know, it's sad that there is a generation of broken women that are raising broken families and putting out their broken children. So I'm going to put this all on women because he is what he is, but she's the supposed to be the protector and provider and nurturer of these children, and she had a female child as well. And you let this monster around your daughter. So you were thinking of more on the side of being a woman instead of the side of being a mother. So I just question all this. I don't know if it's social media but we can't be marching and Me Too movement. And I mean, this month has just been horrific about these mothers failing to protect their babies, all the for a no good deed. Like these deeds are broken, no good, and I just don't get it. Where is their self-esteem, self-respect, self-love, and just their protection? I mean, that's a primal emotion to protect your youngin, your offspring, and all these women this month have lacked that instinct to protect their babies. Instead, they think with their other parts, and and children are just disposable and don't deserve to be loved and are out there for monsters to pick and abuse. So this is horrific again. Um, I hope she got counseling for these babies. That's all I can say. I hope she got counseling for these babies.
Yeah. Okay. My screen jump. I will get to everybody. Mel, did I get to you? Your thoughts?
Yeah, this is another deep story. I think for me as a son, and I miss my mother every day, as a son of a very strong, very dynamic woman who, is gone. But, I remember when we was growing up, she raised all of us with boys. Um, she would talk to us about the guys that she was dating, but we never really saw them. Maybe in the years we saw maybe one or two. And she always told us, I can tell if he's a good guy if he's patient. My kids come first. So if they get impatient or they start becoming belligerent or messy or whatever it is, because she took us to school, she did things like she was a really good mother, and I miss her. And if the guys kept getting antsy or started being pressured, that was a sign that she didn't want to deal with them. Also, when they came to the house, or better yet, Adiva, when we met them at lunch, that was what she always introduced us. If it happened that she got to a level, we would have an outing somewhere and we would meet them. And then she'd ask us, "How do you feel about them? Like, what do you?" Because
Come
yeah,
on, Mom.
yeah,
Yeah.
she would ask us, "What do you feel?" Because she always knew, because of her history, kids don't lie, Diva. They don't. Especially when they're young, they're very intuitive. So if they seen something that you're not seeing in your love haze, my mother took it very seriously, and we never, and through the grace of God, we never had a traumatic experience with an outside man. My father was a good guy. My mother and my father couldn't stay together. We never had trauma in our life. My mother she was no joke. So that was what she did. If they was impatient, if they were messy, if they were getting a little antsy, because her schedule was not, maybe every couple of weeks she may have some availability. She may have, but and that was it. It was us and her and our routine. And if they didn't understand that sort of pushed them out. And when we did meet them after a couple of months or whatever it was, we met them outside, and she'd asked us how we felt about them. And sometimes we liked them, sometimes we didn't. And when we didn't, they didn't stick around that long, So that's just how you do it. I'm not saying that women shouldn't date. And my mother was a dater, and so are my aunts, but I think they put the guys not through the ringer, but they were very honest with them. Said, "Listen, I love my kids, and they come first, and you got to, either you deal with it or you don't. But I am dating, and that's just what's going on." So I think that people now in this generation should maybe do that. Just trust your kids. The kids are very intuitive, and if they feel uncomfortable, don't say. I think what I've seen with other people I've known, they will tell the kids, "You know what? That's rude. You don't want to. You don't want to be too cold or too distant with people. No, let them be cold and distant. There's a reason for that. They are very intuitive. Don't tell your kids to fake something with strangers. If they feel uncomfortable and it never changes, well, you know what? That's not the man for you, because the man has to come in, and the kids got to be comfortable. You can't force that, because then it could turn disastrous. So that's just what I think about this.
I appreciate your thoughts. Thank you so much, Mel. Felicia, I'm gonna pop back to you. I'm gonna get to everybody. Go ahead.
Okay, listen. Again, all of this is bullshit. Let me look. 3.5 years, something happened. She told him to pack his stuff and get out. I forget who said it. Maybe it was Leo Opinion. Somebody said he was living probably with his mother before he got to her.
Oh my.
So now he's mad because he got to go back to his mother's house. And I don't know. Maybe he paid for half of a flat screen. Maybe he had what's the video games there. She didn't let him take the games. Maybe she said, I really bought those for my kids, so you need to go. And he is really, really angry. And he does what he's always done. Because what she did on camera, she did in real time in that house in front of her children. I know that.
Oh my God.
Okay. So, because you know what, Diva, sometimes you're just a little bit too sensitive for me. I really can't go in, because, but when you take the trash and you bring it in the house, the trash will funk up the house. Okay? So the things she did willingly on camera and sent out, she was doing in real time in that house. So for her to be outraged because he sent it to the children via the telephone, the cell phone, well, why wasn't she outraged when she was debasing herself and degrading herself and dehumanizing herself in front of her children for 3.5 years? He didn't just become trash, he'd been trash.
Oh my gosh.
But unfortunately, so is she.
Oh my.
Now she wants us to believe she got some dignity, that she got some class, that she's got some kind of honor, and she loves and protects her children. I say, no, you was a whole liar. You was nothing but a free hoe. You brought trash in, and the trash took a picture showing you how happy they were to continue to offend your children on the way out the door. But now $40,000, folks can get upset with me, but I think he should be free on the street. He should be back where she found him, because she is more guilty than he is, because she's the one that let him in. Opinion made an excellent observation. Why does he have your children's cell phone numbers?
Oh my gosh.
What else has he been sending your children? Oh no, that was a bum she made too much room for. I have said before on this panel, there's nothing wrong with having a wonderful lover. I forget how many thousands of hotels they got in this country. If you can't be with somebody who can pay for a hotel room for a night, a weekend, a couple of hours, because they do a couple of hours too, then don't be with them. Protect your home. Protect your children. Stop bringing this trash into your home, exposing your children to this gutter level kind of living. And then when you decide you had enough, you put them out, and then they forever have harmed your children.
Oh my God. Forever.
Forever. They'll never forget it. And you know what? What he did, in my opinion, they will always see their mother as a whore and not him. I'm just speaking my own truth. I'm done.
Wayne, your thoughts?
This is OnlyFans gone wrong.
Oh my God.
I feel the same way. She wasn't taking them videos for nothing. It just backfired. Birds of a feather flock together. You lie down with dog, you come up with fleas. She knew what he was, and he knew what she was. Like-minded people. So all this stuff like she's a mom that her children have been exposed. Give me a break. Not today.
Thank you, Wayne. Tay, your thoughts?
What happened to be an independent woman? Dad who don't need no man to take care of her and her kids. And we have morals too. What happened there? No, we depend on men right there. You the one pick this man from the streets. Now he gonna stay in the street right there. You love that man more than you love your children. You don't deserve to be a mother of the year wars at all. A mother always protect her kids. Put them first. But you didn't at all. You just sent to a picture, and my question is, how he got a phone number from your kids? He probably look at the phone number while you not looking at all. And I said, Diva, she don't deserve my sympathy at all. Those kids gonna need therapy after this right here. That's all, Diva.
It's a rough night. Woo! Thank you, Tay Tay. Katrina, your thoughts?
Now, this is what you call sad, pathetic, and weak. And like Felicia said, you play with trash, but when you play with trash, your mom always told you sometime it gets in your eye. And the thing of it is, she best to hope that the kids are the only person that he sent these films and stuff to. He could have sent it to her mama, sisters, brother, uncles, cousin, whatsoever. And who to say that he hasn't been videotaping your children when you're not there because you said you was at work? If he's gonna do that to you, imagine what he's gonna do to your children. Because I always told y'all before, if a man doesn't care enough about you, he ain't gonna love your children. Because if he loved your children, he'll respect you. This is totally sick. And these women, I mean, God dang, get a backbone. You don't need a man. If you need a man that bad, go get your blow up doll or something. I mean, because you taking care of him. He moved in your house. You didn't move in his house. He moved into your house. Your house. If anything, if I'm moving in, I'm moving into his house or our house. But he dang sure ain't finna move into my house. Like I said, that's what you call sad, pathetic, and weak. And like I said, you better hope he ain't sending them pictures to your boss. You don't know who this man sent these things to. He sent that smiling like Chester the cat. Girl, you know you couldn't trust this man because if he felt any type of remorse, he would have not had that smile on his face when he took that mugshot. He had a little compassion. He didn't have no compassion for you because he felt like he got one up on you. And now you better hope he don't have pictures of your children or videos or anything like that. Just crazy. I'm done, Diva.
Ooh, I thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. Scary was the title tonight. Scary was the title. You
And
got
you scared us, Diva, because I'm telling you, these some scary stories.
mm, mm. A girl got punked and bullied in adulthood. Been here 7 decades, like Felicia said. And she's getting punked into going near space, touching space, whatever. Every chance you got that mic in Gayle face, she said she was scared. Got this young man at 15, he's gone. Gone. And then you got these kids. Didn't just see new photos of their mother. They saw explicit videos. And in my opinion, you did make a very good point. That's why I like having these conversations with y'all. Because I didn't even catch it. Why did he have their cell phone numbers? Why did he move in with you?
Because mama kicked him out. She got tired of him playing video games 24/7.
Yeah. Ooh, they said the train
Stop
is in the
entertaining
world.
the low quality men. Where is the high quality, high volume men that
That ain't even low
care
quality,
fit?
Julius. That's the dumpster dive. These girls was dumpster diving. All these people was not men, okay? I'm telling y'all, you gotta have a little more self-respect for yourself. If a man can't come in and be a man, you can't raise a man. He gotta already be raised when he get to you. And he shouldn't be attracting your attention if he ain't already a man. Standing on business and standing on his own 2 feet.
Yeah.
And you dang sure don't bring them in the household with your children. He gotta earn it.
You know what, Diva? For me, what I got from these two stories from the end is
Uh-huh.
that these women would have been very better off to trust their children. Because again, like I said, the intuition of a kid, you don't sleep on that. They will tell you before any bad thing happens, before any picture, any fight, if the kids don't like these new people coming into your life, don't bring them into your home. The kids will tell you every single time. That's never failed. It's just sometimes people, they don't want to believe what the people are saying around them. Trust your kids. Trust them before anything, any commitments. Trust your kids. They will lead you in the right direction every time.
Yeah, trust your kids. Go ahead, Leo.
No, I'm just listening just in case I hear something. That's all. I'm good. You know what I was thinking too. Y'all know I did staffing for years, and when you talk about the things that women will put up with as a human being that's lived independent before on my own before I ever lived with a man, I know how to take care of myself. I know women literally that sleep up under the bridge in a cardboard box with a man. Ain't no way on God's green earth I'm gonna rock and roll with no man and be up under the bridge. Ain't no way.
No way.
Isn't that what
They
Ashley
don't.
Darby mama was doing? Didn't that what she did? Well, Ashley Darby mama
She
sleeping
sure
in the
did.
tent.
And what these women don't get is, girl, you could do so much better by yourself.
Yeah. Woo, listen, guys, I want to thank the panelists. You know, as always, for, you know, just their contributions to the conversation, because as a result of the contributions, because when I read these stories, I get my own little thought process, but then y'all come through and I'm like, shucks. But last night I got a lot of positive feedback. I really want to thank y'all. A lot of positive feedback on that show last night. If you missed it, go check it out. But a lot of positive feedback about that show and just the thought process from the panelists and everything that was kind of said. A lot of serious topics come up from these stories that we do. Tonight is another show where just the thought process of the panel, I just want to thank y'all because it gives perspective on these issues in a broader way to everybody that's watching us. It's just, you know, we have to watch, you know, I was very mindful of bringing anybody around my son. Now, you know, he's in college, and listen, you will always have time for yourself. Give it a minute. But, you know, I think Felicia said this, you know, you can't take back the destruction that happened to these kids now. You got a daughter that her brother is gone and her father is the one that took her brother's life. Like, where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? It's just insane. You got kids who the mommy brings in this man, he's not our daddy, and then he's sending videos and he thinks it's a kiki and a ha-ha and a big joke. He's sending explicit videos of what y'all did in private or what you did in private to your kids. And I think, in my opinion, someone said this, those videos didn't stop with them kids. Them videos was everywhere. But that's why you should know above all people. Don't be sending nobody no pictures and no videos that's intimate of you. Because these people get crazy when they break up with you anyway. So now they got this intimate stuff with you. It'll be on the internet. It'll be everywhere. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you did not hit that like button on the way in, hit it on the way out. Good night and goodbye, everybody.
Do not cheat the Devo